Well, hello everybody, it's Buggeater64, and yeah, we're up early this morning. We're at KSNA, John Wayne International, and we're going to be making a flight to KTLR and to KVIS. That'll be Mefford Field and then Visalia Municipal. Total flight is going to be about 165 miles. And we're going to be taking the Bell412 and about 9 passengers. So, going to be an early morning flight. As you can see, here it is. It's very dark here at Santa Ana, and we're getting ready to get the bird in the air and get on our way. So, we will see you very soon on the inside. Let's get flying. Yep, very early in the morning. We're just gonna get going here. And we will remember to remove the before flight. Okay, so we've got external power going right now, but let's go ahead and get the batteries on, inverters on, anti-collision lights. Okay, we're good to go there. Yeah, right now we're looking at about 5:30, 5:35 in the morning. Still dark out here in Southern California. Get some fuel on. Going, and hydraulic systems and so on. So everything's looking good. And throttles are checked. Let's start the engine. Engine number 1. Okay, we've got a good engine start. So with that, let's go ahead and start engine number 2. And it's spooling up nicely. And it looks like we've got both engines operating as they should. So let's go ahead and get the generators on. And set the lights to flash. Okay, everything up here looks good. And we'll get our Garmin set up and our repeater. That repeater is great because it makes it so much easier to don't have to keep turning my head to the lower left all the time. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to have to rework the flight plan. Because we're not starting from KWJF, we're starting from KSNA, John Wayne International in Santa Ana, California, as you can see here on the map. That's my little nav map that I use to hook up all my flight plans. It works real nice, and then as I'm flying, it actually shows my aircraft and where we're at on our track, which I think is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and put in the new destinations. And there's Mefford, KTLR, and this last one will be KVIS for Visalia, California. And there we are, Visalia Municipal, and we'll accept that. And I think, well, yeah, go ahead and no, I'm gonna go ahead. I want to activate KTLR. Works better with the Garmin. And so flight plan, and we've got our track there, so that's all good. Set our course. Our heading bug. So of course, to our first stop will be 322. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll head up the throttles. Alright, so RPMs are up. Take a look at our map, show where we're at, and that's where we're going. First place up there, like I said, is Mefford, and then finally to Visalia, which is only about 10 miles away from Mefford. And we are carrying passengers, as you can see. So we've got 11 passengers, and we're going to drop off part of them at KTLR and then the rest at KVIS. The autopilot's on. Right now we're in SAS, so get rid of our external power. Double check everything. Everything looks right where it's supposed to be. Generators are on. So no warning lights on our warning panel. So with that, we should be about ready to take off here in just very quickly. And you can hear the passengers in the back talking and grumbling and being passengers. We're going to try and give them a safe, easy ride. Alright, let's see about getting out of here now. Everything is where it needs to be. So, collective. And let's get heading out here towards the taxiway.
It's time to get you ready for takeoff. We know you have lots of choices. So thanks for choosing American. We're happy to be your airline. Now if you'll just follow along with We will be on our way.
And everything went go so well, and then I
Aboard. Before we depart, there are
forgot
some important
to
safety
start my
instructions.
FSEconomy. So
First
gonna
things first,
come up here and
let's
just
buckle those belts.
gonna
Insert
have
the
to
metal
land.
end into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten. To open, simply lift on the top of the buckle.
And we'll get it started
And
real
remember,
quick.
seatbelt should be fastened whenever you're seated, just in case of unexpected turbulence. To get us on our way, make sure your seat is up, all electronic devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. If you have a carry-on, push it all the way under the seat in front of you. If it won't fit, place it in the overhead. You'll find our full electronic device policy in the back of your American way.
Move up here to the
Now let's review the
taxiway.
safety card. Please pay close attention, and before you know it, we'll be off. All exits on this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. Keep in mind, it may be behind you. In the event of an evacuation, escape hatch lighting will appear. Follow the lights until you've reached your exit. Leave all carry-ons behind, head quickly and safely to the nearest exit, and don't forget, it may be behind you. If the airplane loses pressure, oxygen mask
We're down
will
safely.
drop
Now let's see about getting the
Hold down on the mask to
FSEconomy started here.
Yellow color.
Okay, open that and we'll log in. Yeah, start the flight. And there are fees due on our aircraft, so we cannot start the flight. So that's horrible. I'm going to have to. All right. Okay, well, we got the fees taken care of, so we can continue the flight. So we'll just go ahead and start it. And everything is good now. All right, so we may continue. What a little pain in the keister that was. Didn't get an email or nothing telling me I had fees due on this aircraft. Yeah, in FSEconomy there's monthly ownership fees of aircraft, and so Solus Wings actually owns the aircraft, and I lease it from Solus Wings. Well, Solus Wings is responsible for paying those monthly fees, but then I have to, I pay and reimburse Solus Wings for that. But in order to make the fees good, I have to return my lease, take care of the fees, and then start the lease again in FSEconomy. So it was a bit of a pain in the keister. But all is well, and we are ready to go. So let's get on our way, get back on our proper heading, and get out of here. The sun's getting ready to start to rise here. Alright, let's get a little speed up and get some altitude. See the pretty city lights. This is Santa Ana, California area. South of Los Angeles. I think that's the 57 freeway, if I remember correctly. Right next to the airport. But I could be wrong. It's been a lot of years since I spend any time down there. So we are on our way. Need to get some altitude so we can clear the mountains when we get to them. So we need about, just to be safe, about 7,000 feet. And so we've got a vertical speed set at about 500. We got airspeed set at about 95 to 102 knots right now. So it's all good. So autopilot on. It's so pretty flying an X-plane in the dark or early morning or early evenings, just as the sun's coming up or going down and all the city lights coming on. Yeah, it's just pretty. Nice pleasant morning, coffee in hand. An excellent aircraft to fly. It just doesn't get much better than that. Indicated airspeed's about 95 knots. Actual ground speed's about 102. So yeah, we're doing well. I could go faster, but Santa Ana had no fuel, so I couldn't refuel. So we're flying on what I have, and I've checked. I should have plenty to get to where I'm going. When we get to the first airport, KTLR, I'm going to see if they've got fuel to refuel the bird, and if they do, we'll do it there. If not, I'll just wait until we get to our final destination in Visalia. It just amazes me that an airport like John Wayne International doesn't have any aircraft fuel available. That's nuts. Crazy nuts. See that sky brightening up over there? That sun's getting ready. We'll be having sunrise very shortly here. That's a pretty picture. Okay, so just getting over the mountains here. Beautiful sunrise. Yeah, it's just a good day. It's a good omen for an excellent flight. Get over these mountains, and then we can start our descent to our first stop. Okay, well, we ran into a bit of a problem. We had an issue with memory space on the drive where my videos go. So I actually had to stop recording and just go ahead and clean up that hard drive so that we could get started again. So we lost a big chunk of the video to finish coming over the mountains, but as you can see, we have started our descent about 500 feet a minute, which was planned by our VNav in the Garmin 530, so it told me exactly when to start this descent. And we're going to descend to about 1,000 feet and about 3 miles from the airport, and I'll be able to go ahead and take over and land our bird and let the first bunch of passengers off. So that's where we're at. Headed for KTLR. So the flight itself has gone completely uneventful, and it is just a little memory glitch in the computer. So I've got to change where my videos go when I'm recording, because I've got it going to the C drive now, and I need to send it to another SSD. Got one that's completely empty, and that's where I need to send it. And everything's working well. Along with our in-flight entertainment, the movie Needful Things, which is always a fun watch. everything, gauges, everything is in, as we would say, operating normally. Normal parameters. In other words, everything's working just fine, and we're on our way. Yes, it shan't be long now. And unfortunately, the airport we're going to be landing at first does not have any 3D portions to it, really. It's got a windsock and it's got a airport beacon, but that's it. There's not a single building anywhere on it. But it does have the runways and taxiways. Matter of fact, it's actually got what looks like an old runway and then a newer runway. So I don't know if that was supposed to be that way, or if it's just something that showed up in X-Plane. You'll see it when we get in there and start our landing, and it'll be pretty obvious to you what's going on. Getting very close now. Straight ahead, off in the distance. go ahead and start slowing her down a bit. And got to 60 knots. Altitude here, we're just under 1,000 feet, and autopilot is off. I have the aircraft. And I think you can see that what I was talking about, it looks like there's two runways. Good. And since there's no buildings on this airport, I think what I'm gonna do is come out to the taxiway, swing it around, and land just short of the runway and see how that goes. Just put it right over here. And this portion, this first destination, get our money for that, and down safely. So let's go ahead and get the flight finished, which unfortunately Just running the throttles down probably is not going to do it. I'm going to have to shut down at least one of the engines. Yeah. Just cut the fuel off.
It's fun and they have really drinks. I need to be casual. It's not like I need to. Well, until seriously we ate like.
It's going to make me do both engines, I think. Yep, that's what it took. Okay, so we can end this flight. That's good. And we'll go ahead and refuel. Yeah, fill her up. And we'll go ahead and get this flight started.
I think we woke up and I could take this out when I think it's
Alright, turn the battery back on, generators off, go ahead and reintroduce the fuel. Let's see if we can start the engines.
I think I'm gonna go like
First engine starting up just fine.
I want like 3 pieces of lettuce. It's fun.
Second engine started.
I need to be casual. It's not like I need to. Well, until seriously we ate like
Yes. Engine number 2 spooling up. Excellent. So we can get ready to stabilized. Let's go ahead and we're ready to go. Let's get on our way. RPMs are up. Let's add some collective here and get on our way. I'm going to use the autopilot this time. I'm going to hand fly it. It's only a 10-mile run, so. So we are off. We can just wave to all the peoples. it has just turned into a beautiful Central California day. A lot of farming in Central California. Got wine country in Napa Valley. And of course, California is famous for its oranges. Lots of different crops. Not far to go now. Doesn't take us longer. Cover 10 miles when you're doing 110 miles an hour. Or 100 knots, I should say. And you can see the airport dead ahead there, because it actually has 3D buildings on it. Amazing. And right in front of us is like a general aviation parking area, and that's right where we're going to land. pass. And we are down safe. So we'll go ahead and get the engines shut down and get credit for the flight.
I think I'm gonna go
It's like we're just gonna change Toronto.
Alright. So shut everything down here. And finish the flight in FSEconomy.
It's fun and they have really drinks.
Flight completed. All is good.
I need to. Well, until seriously, we ate like stuff.
I mean, these are better now. I know.
And there you have it. All is well. Now let's go ahead and get our little lady here put to bed.
Dude, I remember the dream of when I was screaming at it because I came from behind thinking of my stuff and I was just like screaming at them.
Generators off. Inverters off. Anti-collision lights off. Batteries off. External power on. Just check things.
And when did she post it? It was the legal that I
So we are set. Let's go ahead and
I think I'm gonna go like
get the rotor stopped. Add our before flight, our tie downs and so on. Add it back. And there they are.
I want something
I want like 3 pieces of lettuce.
So this flight is completed.
I need.
We start planning the next one.
I need to. Well, until seriously, we ate like.
Excellent. All right. So here we are. We made it to our destination in Visalia Municipal in Central California, and without incident. What can I say? Not bad at all, at all. Made a little bit money with our FSEconomy business, just about $9,000. So I can't complain about that at all. And the aircraft worked perfectly. So we made our 2 stops. We got going. Had a bit of a rough start with the aircraft having fees due, but we got that taken care of, as y'all saw. So with that, we've completed another flight. We'll get ready and look forward to the next one. Until then, this is Bug Eater 64, thanking everybody for coming, hoping you all enjoyed it, and as always, safe flying.